Logic Pro just released a new update, and today I'm going to show you my two favorite features, which are the Beat Breaker plugin and also the Mastering Assistant. I'm going to test them and see if Logic Pro is as good as FL Studio. Why am I talking about FL? Just because FL has a plugin called Grossbeat, which is basically the same as the Beat Breaker plugin, so we can say Logic Pro tried to copy it. And also a few months ago, FL Studio announced a mastering AI tool, and Logic Pro just did the Mastering Assistant tool. We can see that every DAW are competing against each other, and they basically try to steal the best features. That's how it works. Anyway, let's get started, and let's start with the Mastering Assistant. For what I saw on YouTube, FL Studio Mastering Assistant is very limited. It looks like you just have one parameter, which is the loudness. And for what I can see here, that's basically it. Let's look at Logic Pro's mastering. By default, it's here in your stereo output. And this is my beat. Plug and be, new jazz kind of stuff. Let's pull up the Mastering Assistant. You can just open it and it's going to analyze your track. Let's try it. Okay, that's a decent mastering. Here you can choose between 4 types of mastering. I'm gonna go with the clean one, and basically you can just turn up or turn down the EQ. There's one very good feature, which is the loudness compensation. This way you can really compare your EQ settings because the volume is going to stay the same. Let me show you. This way you can really hear what it does to the sound and really judge if you make it better or if you're just making it louder. This is really tricky to judge with some plugins because there's a big volume gap when you turn it on or off. And here you just don't have this problem. Then over there you can choose if you want a loud mastering or not. Needless to say that you don't want to destroy all your signal, so just don't push it at the maximum. What you typically aim is -14 LUFS, and this is what it does by default. Here you have -13.8 LUFS, which is a standard, and also you want your true peak to be at -1, which is what it does by default again. You can see charts like that online, and it shows you the best setting according to each streaming platforms. Unfortunately, there's no one setting. Every streaming platforms works a bit differently. -14 LUFS, -1 is a standard for Spotify. Anyway, you also have an exciter, which is going to give you some crispy sound with your highs. And at the bottom you have your stereo image. Basically you can make it wider or more narrow. If you push it all the way on the left side, you have your mastering in mono. Don't mess around too much with your stereo image at the mastering stage, otherwise you're gonna have a song that is going to sound very differently if you listen to it on a phone, on speakers, on a car, and so on. So be careful with that. You don't want to have extreme settings, and always double check here the correlation. This is all I had to say about the Mastering Assistant. Let me know what you think about it. Personally, I think it's pretty impressive. It's a very good mastering plugin. It's really handy and it does a good job, especially if you're new to mastering. Let's now look at the Beat Breaker. So this is the one, and basically you can make some weird effects or glitch or halftime, stuff like that. Let me show you. Of course you have a mix knob. You can use it to make a break, for example. Then you're just gonna record an automation. and we have a nice fill. You also have some basic option with sidechain. This is good because you have different presets. Of course, in this example, you can use it directly on the synth. And of course, you can customize it. You can really be creative with it. This is what I like about it. Very good new plugin. Let's try it on this lead. There's some glitches going on, I kinda like it. And actually, to finish with the beat breaker, I'm going to put it again on the mastering output. So here you have the halftime. This can be especially useful for an intro or an outro. And I also kinda like this one, which is instant triplet fill. It basically changes the timing. Pretty good, pretty impressive. I'm gonna let you try it out. Alright, that's about it. That's it for today. We looked at this new version of Logic Pro. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think the mastering assistant is pretty impressive and is also better than FL Studio AI tool. That's my opinion, but also I think that's pretty obvious from this example. And finally, the Beat Breaker is a very good plugin if you want to be creative. And for this one, I don't know if it's better or worse than FL Studio's Groovesbeat. I can't tell just because I haven't used FL Studio properly, so I'm not sure about this one. But anyway, this is a good plugin and it's pretty intuitive. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you liked this video, and I'll see you very soon for a new tutorial. Stay tuned, take care, bye bye.